Hi, my name is Karishma Rafferty and I'm a curator for Public Realm at Somerset House in London. It was built as government offices in the 1800s and hosted organisations like Inland Revenue, which was the tax office, the Navy, lots of royal societies, the Government School of Design. And then in the early 2000s it was given over to a trust, which I work for, and transformed into an art centre, and the kind of purpose of that is a gathering space for public good. So we have about 2,500 people working within the creative industries based on site, and that includes artists as well as people within other creative organisations, and a very large kind of public programme. It's a kind of melting pot for people working within and around creativity, and also citizens and audiences in the city. When I think about visions for the future city, I'm really interested in the relationship between cities in the global north, like in London and in Italy, and the relationship with other kind of growing cities internationally. And what can we be learning from other cities that are developing very fast in terms of living in different ways that are more in keeping with a changing climate? How can cities be more inclusive? How can they be more open? How can they be more sustainable, and how can we prototype new ways of living together? I'm really interested in how cities like Florence or like London that have been built on old industry and have kind of very long, kind of ingrained ways of kind of working and living can nurture the kind of creative talent of not only people working within the creative sector, but also citizens of the city generally. And how can ideas be co-created in terms of what kind of city can we be developing for the future that is more innovative, more shared, more inclusive, realizing that the world is changing and economies are changing, and the importance of nurturing creativity is kind of key to all our futures. In terms of buildings like this one in the centre of cities, I'm really interested in places that can host conversations between citizens, between artists and creative people, also with policymakers and decision makers in the city. I'm part of an international programme called Creative Producers International, which explores the idea of the skills that you need in order to bring those different audiences and different stakeholders together to iterate new ways of living in a city.